where does mobile fit in the whole media consumption thing? This is the slide we're sort of looking at. Okay. Still, an important thing to keep in mind, and this, we have mixed feelings about this in digital. It's still a TV market. 94% watch free TV. Okay. But 78% own a mobile phone. So, okay. There's 70% out of home, 64% listen to the radio, 46% use the internet the past week, 36% read a newspaper past week, then 16% watch cable TV, pay TV of some form, 9% watch movies, and 4% read magazines. So that's sort of like the total mix here. But you can see the intersection of the mobile phone and the internet use. What do they do on their mobile phones? Okay. Texting, messaging is still like the number one use for phones. This is one of the dilemmas you face in mobile marketing because many people own a mobile phone, but they may not necessarily own a smartphone. So people are still on feature phones, and even if they are on smartphones, as one person from a telco lamented, we spend so much to subsidize these smartphones, and they're basically high-tech Wi-Fi cameras because they only use the smartphone when there's free Wi-Fi. So, and as a telco, you want them to use the data, right? So they're happy there that at least as you can see, number 2 is taking photos. See, Wi-Fi camera. Okay. So Brian, another is listening to radio. Many phones also have FM radio. So there's a lot of actually tie-ins in mobile. So for example, if you're thinking of radio campaigns or something, FM radio. Who here is a fan of Boys Night Out? No? Okay. Yeah, basically FM radio has gotten revitalized because every mobile phone has okay. You don't need to admit it. Anyway, the FM radio has revitalized has been revitalized in mobile because most mobile phones also have FM radio receivers. And it doesn't cost anything to your data plan to listen. Okay, MP3 player. Access internet 7% is growing. Another thing that's also growing in a space I'm very interested in is the instant messaging space, which is the space that will eventually take over SMS. Because I notice a pattern with people, with my parents and my grandparents and my older relatives. I use text. Okay. With my peers, I use WhatsApp. With people younger than me, I use Kakao and Line. So that's sort of like a demographic. So recently, my relatives apparently have discovered Viber and the wonder of stickers, and I'm now getting bombarded by 20 to 30 stickers a day. But that's where SMS is. But right now, SMS is still a big tool for mobile marketing. It's still useful. Of course, it's gotten a bad rap because some people have abused it and sent those notorious spam messages that drive us all insane. But there's a way to do it well. If you get the person's permission, it can still be incredibly useful. Think of all those spam notifications you get when when you set a limit, so there's a certain transaction beyond a certain amount, you get an SMS, so you know. So if in case someone misuses your card, you'll know right away. Profile of internet users. It includes mobile as well. It skews young. It's very young. 84% of the 10 to 19 age group. So if you're marketing to that age group, you kind of have to be there. 65% 20 to 29. 42% 30 to 39. So if you were to draw the line there, it's gonna be And media consumption has definitely changed. In the past, we all just watched TV collectively. Even just 10 years ago, you would watch TV with a laptop and all, and now this is our life, I was talking with my staff and I'm saying we're actually all basically cyborgs because our smartphone is basically integral to us. So for those of you who are fans of the anime series Ghost in the Shell, my argument is we're actually all in cyber brains. It's just in the smartphone. It's not embedded yet. But, so, TV is 94%, but that doesn't mean people are necessarily paying. There's a second screening phenomenon. I'm sure the other speakers discussed the second screening, third screening, fourth screening is quite common behavior. So people are watching TV. You can see this on Twitter. When you see whatever happens in a telenovela will trend on Twitter, because In fact, the latest cheer dancing thing last time, my friends and I actually preferred to watch it on Twitter, because the reactions and the posts on Twitter were actually more interesting for me than the actual live video coming on. So mobile, what are they doing while using their mobile phone? 63% are lying in bed. Okay, I've been guilty of that. 27% are waiting for something, so is this idle time where they're trying to get themselves amused? 14% while commuting, 6% at a social event, 35% while watching TV, 6% in a meeting or class, 8% in the bathroom. Oh dear. 21% while spending time with family. Have you ever gone to the mall and seen entire families that are now talking to each other? They're all kanya-kanyang tablet. By the way, there's a hierarchy. There's the parents have the big expensive tablets, and then it kind of goes down. But they all have a device, kanya-kanyang tablet, kanya-kanyang smartphone. It's also the most personal of devices. I don't have the slide here, but in the survey, 50% of couples will not allow their spouse to look at their mobile phone. Wonder why.